Hey everyone, I'm currently studying environmental science here at Unity Environmental University. I live in coastal North Carolina around Wilmington area. We're seeing firsthand how coastal erosion and rising seas are reshaping our communities. I chose this topic because it's personal. The beaches I grew up visiting are literally shrinking year after year. The flooding that used to happen only during a big storm is now showing up during high tides. These changes affect not just homes and roads, but wetlands, fisheries, and local livelihoods. So today I'm going to show you how these local issues, coastal erosion and sea levels rise, connects to global climate dynamics through planetary boundaries and framework. Let's start local. Around Wilmington and Topsail Island, beaches are eroding faster than ever, and the salt marshes that protect the coast are disappearing. Houses are being built closer to the shore, and with every major storm, the risk goes up. When we zoom out regionally, these are the same patterns stretched along the entire North Carolina coastline. Salt water is pushing inland, contaminating freshwater wells and farmland. Fisheries are shifting as salinity changes, and more intense hurricanes keep rebuilding costs high. At the global scale, this connects directly to melting ice sheets and warming oceans. The same greenhouse gases that trap heat in the atmosphere are expanding seawater volume worldwide. What happens here in my town is part of the global chain reaction driven by human activity. Now, if we look through planetary boundaries framework, as the issue crosses several major boundaries. First is climate change, which drives the warming that melts glaciers and expands the oceans. Second is the land system change, because when we build seawalls and the houses along dunes, we remove natural buffers they use to protect the coast. And third is the biosphere integrity. Since erosion and saltwater intrusion destroy coastal habitats that fish, birds, and shellfish depend on. The boundaries are connected. When one tips, it puts pressure on the others. That's why a local erosion problem here in Wilmington really reflects how far we push the planet as a whole. The good news is there's a real solution. Locally, we can shift away from hard seawalls and build living shorelines. This uses plants, oysters, natural materials to absorb waves, energies, instead of fighting it. We can restore wetlands, protect barrier islands, and strengthen zoning rules to keep construction off fragile dunes. On the global scale, the answer ties back to reducing greenhouse gas emissions, switching to clean energy, supporting reforestation, and investing in sustainable coastal planning around the world. It's about thinking both locally and globally. Every restored marsh and every ton of carbon avoided adds up resilience for everyone. My research came from NOAA Sea Levels Rise Viewer, the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality Coastline Resilience Plan, NASA's Earth Observatory, and Stockholm Resilience Center of the Planetary Boundaries Framework. Altogether, these sources show how one region's coastal struggle connects to a much bigger story about our planet's limits. Now, wrapping up, we protect our coastlines. We're not just saving property. We're restoring the natural systems that help keep Earth stable. The way we respond to sea level rise in places like Wilmington can set the tone for how humanity handles the rest of our planetary boundaries. Thanks for listening. I'm Lottie, and this has been presentation on coastal erosion and rising seas, a local issue with global consequences. Thank you. Have a great day.